Hello, and welcome to an Empath's Journey. This is going to be my third in the series about some stories that actually happened to me. And this is going to be the one that's definitely the catalyst, I believe, as to what when I started to have all of the things actually physically in my space and start noticing these things. When I moved, I was in a town for almost 25 years, a decent sized city, actually. And I went to, I had to move. I didn't have a choice. I had to move. And I went to, I didn't have a lot of choices. And I went and I lived actually in a small, very small RV trailer, a borrowed one, at my cousin's house. She lives out in the country, and I had never lived in the country. And so it was interesting. But what happened was one night I was watching some kind of, probably YouTube, because that's what I had. I had started streaming only service for a couple of years before that. And I was just watching that on my phone because in the little bedroom that was there, the TV was showed only to the main area, and so I just watched stuff on my phone until I went to sleep. And when I was laying there watching the TV, like I said, and I suddenly noticed that there was a figure at the end of my bed. It was this was night, and it was darker than the dark, if you know what I'm saying. It was, I could tell it was clearly a male figure, a thin male figure, and I was not at all scared. Like it just radiated to me that it was not a harmful figure, that it was not somebody, that was trying to scare me or harm me or anything like that. And so I looked at it, and I kind of paused. I stared at it for quite a while, actually. And I said something similar to, I know that you are a good figure. I know that you are here trying to help, but I'm having such a rough time right now. I can't deal with this right now. Please, you are welcome to come back. Just not today. I just can't do it today. And after that, it was just a bit, and the person turned and walked around the way it was designed. It was a wall, and kind of dividing the bedroom from the rest of the trailer. And it turned around, walked behind that wall, and it was gone. Never saw it again. It was, I've never had that happen before. So it was very interesting. Not even like like a little scary. It was just kind of like, wow, this is, I've heard of people having something like this before, but I've never witnessed it myself. For some reason, I had a thought that it was actually my ex. I'm not quite sure why I thought it was my ex, honestly, because he's pretty tall and he would have definitely had to duck, or probably his head would have hit the ceiling at that point, in that particular trailer. So I don't even know why I thought that, but I did. My ex-husband. And I immediately texted him and said, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" And we have an amicable divorce, and time after that, we occasionally exchange text anyway. He wouldn't have been surprised that I texted him, is what I'm saying. And he wrote back and said that he was just fine, and whatever was going on. And it led me to think, then I was like a total duh when I just am absolutely 100% positive that it was actually my dad. My dad was built that way. He was smaller. I don't know, probably 5'10" or something like that. And a thin guy. And it had been very, very recent because of where I had moved to this trailer. We had visited my parents' grave within like a couple of days prior to that. And I know that we had changed out flowers and stuff. And I always talk to them. That's just something that I do. And I realized that not only that had happened, is that I also had retrieved some of my property and was putting it up in the trailer. And one of the, a couple of things of his that I had hung up was his dress coat jacket from the Marines, and his FFA, Future Farmers of America jacket that he had in high school. And that just absolutely got me to know that it had to have been him. The things that was emanating, it wasn't scary, it wasn't harmful. It emanated love, actually. The shadow person emanated love, because I get these feelings when I'm with most anybody. If they've got something really deep that's going on, a really deep feeling, I will usually get it. And that was what was emanating from that shadow figure, was just love and a sense of almost like a hug. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like tending to me, you know what I mean? And it just was a thing that I'll never forget. That's just what it is. And so I thought this would be a good story for my Empath series. And so I hope that you enjoyed it. And I am very, very thankful that you are here, that you clicked on this video, and I would really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, feel free to comment down below, and I really hope that you come back for my next video. And if you haven't, please click on some of my prior videos and listen to them. I think that you'll, especially on my story series, that you will enjoy hearing what kind of led me up to that particular moment. And then as I go on in future stories, hopefully you can see where I am coming from and how my gift has developed and grown over the years. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very, very much for coming and being with me today. I will see you in the next video. Bye.